Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consume. I listened to my colleague from North Carolina, who I respect, North Dakota, who I respect a great deal. But, he specifically said that this, and I wrote it down, that this legislation would prohibit the Consumer Product Safety Commission from regulating gas stoves as a hazardous product. Now, you listened to my colleague from Illinois, Ms. Schakowsky, who said that from a practical point of view, how does that make sense? This is the agency that's charged with basically looking at these products to see if they're hazardous, if they're unsafe for kids, if they're going to, cause serious injury or death. Now, one person, one commissioner, has made some statements suggesting that he might be interested in banning gas stoves. I don't know all the details, but I understand that there was one commissioner that keeps being quoted. First of all, this commission has 5 members. There's one vacancy. Because one commissioner says that and doesn't have the power to effectuate it because he's only one person, you're then going to tell me that we should now take this sort of hatchet approach or severe approach of saying, well then, because one commissioner thinks that, then therefore we should say that this commission cannot regulate gas stoves as a hazardous product. Frankly, that's like cutting off your leg because you decide that there's some threat or something. It makes no sense to me. We have the chairman of the commission, who actually used to work for the Energy and Commerce Committee, Chairman Hone Sarek. He has been crystal clear and has stated publicly that the Consumer Product Safety Commission is not conducting a rulemaking to ban gas stoves. Now, I'll use the analogy as a member of Congress. I'm one out of, 435? I don't have the authority to say that because I want something done, that that's what's going to happen, right? Or even if there were 10 or 20 of us that said that. So as a single member of Congress, I don't have the unilateral authority to decide what action the House of Representatives is going to take. By the same token, one single member of the CPSC does not get to decide what action that body will take, and suggesting otherwise is just not accurate. But even if he said that, and I believe he said that he might want to ban them, why would you then say, okay, well now that we're going to put a pox on the whole commission and say that they don't have the authority to look at hazards and tell me whether or not certain stoves would be dangerous? I just think it's just a really, very much contrary to protection of people's health and safety to take this kind of action just because one member of the commission suggested it. But that's what you do. So I would urge, let's be practical about this, and let's not just take a hatchet to this commission and this agency that over the years has protected it in so many ways with faulty products. And with that, I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from New Jersey reserves. The gentleman from Florida is recognized.